Andy just gave a good example of Obamacare and how they've been kind of bullied on that and pushed on it. Another thing that we need to make sure to keep pushing on, keep mocking the people involved on is the IRS targeting scandal. There was more news that came out today. Forbes had a good article on it that talked about how Lois Lerner knew, Steve Miller knew, the Obama Justice Department was involved. They're starting to uncover thousands of emails from all of this, and we need to keep the pressure on this. This is a big deal. There's now no doubt that they used it as a political weapon. There's no doubt that they stonewalled and kept it under wraps until after the election because they knew it would hurt. This is the same or worse as Nixon and Watergate. There's no criminal break-in, but using the IRS against your political enemies is a lot worse than just trying to find some documents. I mean, this needs to be all over everything. We need to take every chance to mock everyone involved, make sure everyone knows, share everything you can about it, whether it's articles, parody videos, Saturday Night Live skits if they dare take it on, Jon Stewart if he dares, just whatever we need to do to keep this in eyesight of everyone out there.
And it's far worse than Watergate, because Watergate was about a re-election, and it was snooping on a re-election committee, the Democrat committee by re-election people. This is the IRS, which is the largest, most effective bully that this nation has, and they're targeting an awful lot of people all across the nation. And Ryan, you just talked about it in the past tense. I have no confidence that they're not doing it anymore. I have none whatsoever. I fully believe that they are still doing it.
Oh, no. It's a pattern with the Obama administration that they punish their enemies. That's what Valerie Jarrett said they would do after the election. And I have no doubt they're using every agency at their disposal to punish people, whether it's IRS, fast.
And how much have they just intimidated into silence organizations that just shut down, gave up, quit pursuing tax-free status, silenced themselves? We'll never know.
Absolutely not. And I think that it is important that we keep the IRS as the focus here and what actually went down because of the IRS. Instead of just tying everything in and saying the Obama administration, we need to remember to keep the IRS at the top of the page as well, because that's the scariest bit to me, is the fact that this is a government agency that's not supposed to be political at all.
Also, everyone hates the IRS anyway, so
and everybody already hates, yes.
And that crap is going to outlast Obama, because this is permanent bureaucracy stuff. These people are lifetime employees, lifetime government bureaucrats, and they do it now because their bosses have told them that it's the cool and right thing to do, and it will just become their normal modus operandi. I dropped some Latin on you guys. There you have it.
Should maybe bullying, because bullying goes to the heart of control, and I always say choice versus control, individual liberty versus collective control. When we draw that clear line, Americans can clearly see who's on what side. If we just come out with our list of stances on 20 different topics, it's too gray area. People can't get their minds around that. So what if politically we started coming out and highlighting bullying in its various forms in the IRS? How about executive orders? That's bullying, okay? I'm not going to work with the other side. I'm not going to work with Congress, even if they're on my side. I'm going to get my way. I'm going to force my way while I have the power. I believe that right now. What about Harry Reid taking away the filibuster? Okay, we could list out one thing after another on the screen and simply say, bullying. Do you like to be bullied? Here's what a bully does. When they have the power, here's what a bully does. They don't work with. Do bullies work with others? No, they run them over. They run people over. They use the power and they run people over. They don't listen. They don't work with others. They use agencies like the IRS and they target. They use agencies like the EPA and they target industries that don't support their campaigns more than those that do. They use, every one of these scandals one after the other. And here's the thing. I think this could actually work because Americans are listening now. Look at the last election. They're mad. They don't trust this president. They don't. They really don't. And my gosh, did you see he just got a 15% approval rating with the military? Now, I won't say that low, but That's incredible due to recent events.
They've completely flipped from one side of the culture of violence issue to this one where, oh no, these protests have nothing to do with it. This language has nothing to do with the murders.